What if you could experience tetrachromacy through binocular color fusion? We hypothesized that by displaying different filtered images to each eye and relying on binocular fusion, we could achieve some sort of tetrachromatic vision. We seek to test this hypothesis through 3 different experiments. Our first experiment tests whether our brain simply averages color information from our 2 eyes. For this experiment, we created a pair of filtered glasses that separated the red and blue content of the world and feed it into your right and left eye. We observed that the brain does not in fact combine the hue from each eye. Instead, we experience binocular rivalry. The brain oscillates back and forth between the 2 images. Our second experiment tests how our brain perceives a difference in luminosity to each eye. In our test, we present 3 circles, where the outer 2 are a monochromatic orange, and the center is a mix of red and green. We also present different images to each eye. To the left eye, a trichromat response to the circles, and to the right eye, a deuteranomalous response. Next, the user is free to move 2 knobs that control the amount of red and green mixed. Although it is impossible to find the same shared match amongst each eye, we did observe that it was possible to find a combination of red and green such that when viewed binocularly with both eyes, all 3 colors looked the same. Experiment 3 had 2 parts. First, we simply showed different images to each eye, one with a red, green 1, and blue basis, and the other with a red, green 2, and blue basis. The result of this viewed experience was one of luster. The brain perceives luster from binocular hue mismatch. The second part of this experiment is composed of a VR cardboard headset, a phone with at least 2 out-facing cameras, a thin gel filter covering each camera lens, and an app running on the phone. The left eye has a short-pass filter at 550 nanometers cut out, and the right eye has a long-pass filter at 550 nanometers. The app then takes the red channel from the right eye and applies it to the left, and the blue channel from the left eye and applies it to the right. This way, we have now created a real-time system that displays a red, green 1, and blue basis to one eye, and a red, green 2, and blue basis to the other. From our experiments, we conclude that hue is not averaged between eyes and instead produces a luster effect. This touches on the fact that binocular fusion is not just about depth perception, but that there is much more happening in our ocular system that combines, mixes, and changes the perception of colors on objects. We also deduce that luminosity is averaged between the eyes, resulting in binocular metamers, and that splitting the green channel into each eye produces a result that isn't quite like perceiving a new color dimension, but does not mimic our current visual color field.